Long ago, during a time of great conflict, the Israelites found themselves facing the Philistines, a powerful enemy. Among the Philistine ranks stood a fearsome champion named Goliath. Towering over 9 feet tall, he was covered in bronze armor that gleamed in the sun, and his massive spear seemed as if it could pierce through even the strongest shields. Every day for 40 days, Goliath stepped forward onto the battlefield and issued a chilling challenge. "Choose a man to come down and fight me. If he kills me, we will be your slaves, but if I prevail, you will serve us." Goliath's booming voice echoed across the valley, striking terror into the hearts of the Israelite soldiers. Not one among them dared to face the giant. Each day that passed only deepened their despair. Meanwhile, in the quiet countryside of Bethlehem, a young shepherd named David tended his father Jesse's sheep. David was the youngest of 8 brothers and wasn't even considered old enough to join the battle. Despite this, he was far from ordinary. David had spent countless hours caring for his flock, protecting them from lions and bears with nothing but his courage, faith, and skill with a sling. His connection to God was unshakable, and he carried an unwavering belief in God's power to protect and guide him. One day, Jesse called David and asked him to deliver food to his brothers, who were soldiers in the Israelite army. Obedient and eager to help, David set off to the battlefield. Upon his arrival, he heard Goliath's taunts and saw the fear paralyzing the Israelite army. Unlike the soldiers, David was filled with outrage and disbelief. How could this uncircumcised Philistine defy the armies of the living God? David's bold words caught the attention of others, and soon he found himself standing before King Saul. In the presence of the king, David's determination shone brightly. "Let no one lose heart on account of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him," he declared. Though Saul was skeptical of David's youth and lack of experience, David recounted his past victories against lions and bears, explaining that the same God who had delivered him before would deliver him now. Reluctantly, Saul agreed and offered his armor to David. However, when David tried it on, he found it cumbersome and unfamiliar. "I cannot go in these," he said. Instead, he chose his trusted sling and picked 5 smooth stones from a nearby brook. As David stepped onto the battlefield, the sight of the young boy stirred laughter and ridicule from Goliath. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" the giant sneered. But David remained calm and resolute. His faith was his armor, and his confidence in God was unshaken. "You come against me with sword and spear," David proclaimed. "But I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands." The 2 opponents moved toward each other, the contrast between them stark. Goliath's heavy footsteps shook the ground, while David advanced lightly, his sling ready. With a steady hand, David placed one of the smooth stones into the sling, swung it with precision, and released. The stone flew through the air with incredible speed and struck Goliath squarely on the forehead. The giant's laughter turned to shock as he stumbled and fell face down to the ground. A stunned silence fell over the battlefield. The Israelite soldiers, who moments before were gripped by fear, erupted in cheers. The Philistines, witnessing the fall of their champion, turned and fled in terror. David stood humbly over the fallen giant, knowing that his victory was not by his own strength but by God's power. This was not merely a triumph of a young shepherd over a warrior. It was a testament to faith and courage. David's trust in God had allowed him to face the impossible and emerge victorious. His bravery inspired the Israelites and reminded them that with God, even the smallest among them could conquer the greatest obstacles. The story of David and Goliath has since been passed down through generations, serving as a powerful lesson of faith, perseverance, and the belief that no challenge is too great when you place your trust in the divine.